Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Joey Galvez, one half of your host of Explain Yourself, and I want to let you guys know about a really cool book from our friend of the show, Eli Shockey. This one is called The Greylock, and it's a story where magic is a commodity. Potions are sold at corner stores. Orcs and dwarves earn a living in cubicles, not on the battlefields. But there are those who resist the house's magic's laws. Branded a criminal and forced to live as a wand for hire, there is a spell slinger they call the Greylock. Check this one out. You guys can pre-order issue 3 right now with code JAN241939, and make sure you guys are heading over to your favorite LCS and letting them know that you want Greylock number 3 and maybe pick up the first 2 issues. You could do that at the Scout web store. So make sure you guys are grabbing the Greylock number 3, JAN241939 at previewsworld.com.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of All Too Real 2. My name is Michael E. Cullen II.
And my name is Matthew Bayfrard Pops. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, today on our lovely show, we are covering episodes 1 and 2 of season 6 of DC's Legends of Tomorrow from, the television show on the CW. We had so much fun covering the Marvel shows over on Disney Plus that we decided we needed to give some equal time to one of the shows on the CW.
Got to give DC some love.
Yes.
What? This is how we talk.
Is it now?
Yes. God, it's so hard to do that.
I know.
Can't believe those guys, they made a living doing that. Talk like this every day.
Yes.
Today, we had a hurricane storm that caused 300 deaths, 400 injuries, and the multiple enclosures collapsed. But right now, we have a commercial for Six Flags. So we're recently starting a new theme park. Today, there was a stabbing, fatal. Like, wait, what? Like, you're just telling completely different news stories here. Like,
I just wonder often if they are like that in real life. Like, it's like, honey, would you pass the salt?
Dana Carvey actually had a bit like that when he was younger, where it was like the guy ordering dinner for his wife, and he's like, you'd have the steak medium rare and a baked potato with a side of green beans. That's from that documentary, Too Funny to Fail, with
the Dana Carvey Show documentary.
Really great documentary. I actually want to buy you can actually buy the DVDs. I didn't realize that, but you can. The whole first, only season that they had. Yeah, you can just, unless it's a scam, I saw it on Amazon and you could buy it, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
First episode that we're going to cover here, because we're covering 2 episodes here today. Gonna try to get through these both. Episode 1 of season 6, directed by Kevin Mock, written by James Egan and Matt Brunner, which aired on May 2nd, 2021, was called Ground Control to Sarah Lance. So, what were your initial thoughts on this episode?
I mean, it's Legends, right? So, pretty much love it just based on principle. But I was kind of, I wasn't sure with the whole alien route because I thought that's kind of been done to death, hasn't it? Aliens,
Yeah.
but no, it was actually, it was pretty. It was they did a unique way of kind of touching on that subject, which has been done to death for the most part. And you got I don't know, man. I just overall just funny. Had a good like sort of mystery angle to it because Sarah's lost. They're trying to find her, and she's trying to be found. Typical humor. Because like it's funny if you watch like season one of Legends first. This show has evolved way beyond its original preface. Like it would be like if Arrow started the way it started, and then by season six, it's like a complete parody of itself. Like but yeah,
it's like they're totally it's totally a comedy. I mean, it's great. I love it. It's what's needed in this space of comic book television shows.
yeah,
You need some humor here, and something that doesn't take itself too seriously. So basically, in this episode, it starts out in London of 1977, which was a great year, by the way.
yeah,
1977.
great year.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that, Mike? Just curious.
I was born that year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like Star Wars came out and other things too. But anyways,
Star Wars came out that year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder if that's why they chose that year, because of the
They
alien.
chose it because you were born in that year. George Lucas, it was like, Mike's due any month now. We need to put this out there. Like,
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Even though he probably won't watch it for many years after this, but we got to put it out the same year that he's born.
Yes.
And yes, so they this is following the events of the last episode of the previous season, which I recommend reading. Definitely, don't listen to this any further if you haven't watched the previous seasons of
Yeah.
of the show. Go out and watch them, and then come back, listen to our podcast. We don't have time to like recap 5 seasons of a TV show.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just can't do it.
So Ava Sharp realizes that Sarah Lance is missing after basically rounding up all the other legends. And Ava, who is girlfriend to Sarah Lance, Sarah Lance, the White Canary,
Mm-hmm.
and they learned from David Bowie that she was, because David Bowie's in the episode, because that's what happens in this show.
Right.
That she was going to. They find a he shot a film, like an 8mm film, Super 8 film of her being abducted by aliens, and also in the thing they find out from David Bowie that Sarah was going to propose to Ava. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they try to figure out what's going on. Ava gives out assignments to all of the crew members, and they're basically assignments to kind of keep them busy. So
Right.
because she knows that they're going to be useless in this situation.
Right.
Except for Nate, who is there to console her and stuff like that. And they try to contact the DEO, and they're unaware of the fact that the DEO, which was the main alien experts on Supergirl, they were unaware that it was destroyed on Supergirl. So
Right.
that kind of tells you how much they're in their own little world.
Yeah, like just completely doing their own. I mean, what was that also destroyed in Supergirl though? Because I don't remember. Yeah. There was okay. All right.
Yeah, it was destroyed last season.
Okay, they never fixed it up or anything.
No, they basically what happened on there in a fast recap is that after the Crisis on Infinite Earth, Lex Luthor was viewed as a good guy. He took over the DEO, and then there was like some big battle at one point, and they ended up destroying the DEO.
Yeah, okay.
So that's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot more nuance to that, but that's basically what happened. So John Constantine, he returns to his house with Zari Tarazi and Astra Loge. And he tries magic to try to find Sarah, and he's getting frustrated because he's not able to do it using magic. But while they're at the house, he finds a human chrysalis in Gary's bedroom, and then glasses that can transform its wearer into Gary. Yeah,
because he was looking for a magic book about Aleister Crowley, and it was gone. So he thought Gary stole it, and that's when they find this nasty
chrysalis. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why that is. Why would that be hanging above Gary's bedroom or bed, and Gary's not there?
Well, so while that's happening, Behrad Tarasi reads about a girl who could communicate with aliens named Esperanza Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
So Ava sends him and Mick Rory to recruit her, but they end up getting kidnapped by her.
Right.
And in the end, Mick ends up turning things around and he kidnaps her. So, just to, speed through that.
Round and round it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes by Spooner now, and she's like, one of these prepper type people, just like, she's got security cameras all over her property, barbed wire fences, trip wires, all kinds of, she's got knives that she can use to torture people to get information out of them, all that good stuff. I love the fact though that Mick now has become he's becoming more like the responsible one.
Yeah.
Like he's almost becoming like Ava in a sense, which is hilarious because he starts off as literally a thief, like a criminal.
Yeah. He's literally a villain
He literally is. But he's sitting there, he's looking for all the legends inside the Wave Rider, completely trashed because all the punks in the last episode were partying on it. He's sitting there getting his food for breakfast. He's sitting there eating hard-boiled eggs or something in really sensible breakfast, something that you wouldn't normally, think of him eating because he's always that's the other thing about Mick is that he really, really loves food, a lot. Cold cut sandwiches, just usually not something like hard-boiled eggs or really sensible, type of breakfast or whatever. I thought that was kind of funny of him sort of almost taking on a sort of parental role a little bit.
So then then we catch up with Sarah on a spaceship.
Ooh.
And she escapes from her containment pod and then accidentally frees Spartacus. Yes, that's Spartacus.
Not to be confused with Guy Patterson's character from That Thing You Do, who calls himself Spartacus. Not that guy. Actual Spartacus.
Yes.
Yes.
The character who was played by Kirk Douglas in the movie Spartacus.
Yes.
The human that actually existed. Basically, what ends up happening is there's the head of the main alien on the ship ends up attacking them, and Sarah basically, there's a whole men versus women dynamic between her and Spartacus during this scene, like where she's basically trying to prove that she's a good warrior, but he's convinced that he's a leader, and
What do you say? Something about like he was just letting the alien tire itself out. But would have. Oh yeah. Also, too, there's a little dig at Marvel on this too, because he's like, I would have avenged your death. He's like, being an Avenger is stupid or dumb or something like that.
Yeah, which is great.
It's hilarious.
Basically saying that avenging something is basically after it happens.
Right, we're preventers.
Yeah, we're the preventers.
What's funny, because that's what Tony Stark said in Endgame. He's like, yeah, aren't we the Avengers, not the Prevengers? So it's like, yeah, she's just taking Tony's line there,
Yeah. And proving that it's probably not good to be, because that's the thing, it's like if you can prevent something from happening, it's probably better than...
Exactly.
and to go off on a little sidetrack here, like maybe that's why we should look into better ways of protecting society than just having cops. Anyway,
no, why would you do that? No, come on.
Maybe care about people before they commit crimes.
Nah,
I'm just saying.
Nah,
care about society before it creates a whole situation where people have to commit crimes.
Well, no, it's easy. You just become a Bitcoin billionaire, and you buy like a huge house mansion, like on a huge mountain area. And then you're protected from all of society. You just live up there on your own. No one touches you. I mean, of course, everyone has to do that, which then would make it impossible.
And you call the place Prevenger Mansion.
Yeah, Prevenger Mansion. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, back to the story here. So basically, eventually, Spartacus ends up getting eaten by the main alien on the ship. Who's the boss of the ship, who we later learn is named Kayla. Like aliens are named.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep. I have a friend named Kayla. I don't think she's an alien, but I'm not sure.
It's doubtful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah ends up attacking one of the alien captors and discovers that it is actually Gary.
What?
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah. Who we find out, which I don't know if this really holds up, continuity-wise with Gary's character, but we're going to just go with it. He was initially sent to Earth to acquire the most quintessential humans.
For, whatever reason.
Yeah. And the one that he chose was Sarah. And basically, Spartacus and all the rest of them that he captured were just there for food for Kayla.
Right, so Spartacus was just meat. Was, which is quite sad, actually. And there were some aliens on there, other aliens on there, too, that were trapped or whatever. So I guess different timelines, though, that he was collecting... because Spartacus is from like obviously a different time period than
Wait, you
Sarah
mean Spartacus isn't still alive?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
I'm joking.
Doubtful. I mean, Guy Pearson's character might be still alive, but I'm not sure, but he might be. Yeah, because I'm guessing probably some battle royale type of thing, probably like a arena type of bullshit, which. Again, it's been done to death, so hopefully they're not going to do that too much, because, I'll still watch it no matter what. It's Legends. I'll fucking watch it. If Legends had an episode where it was literally just Gary watching paint dry, I'd watch it with commercials. So, hopefully they don't do that though. But
And all the commercials need to be for like Sherwin-Williams or something.
yeah, something like that. Exactly.
And if you would like to sponsor a Sherwin-Williams, I will repaint my whole apartment using your paint.
Yeah. Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know, but I will.
Better have your deposit.
Then we have we find out that Sarah knocks out after Gary actually. Well, he helps. He agrees to help Sarah escape.
Mhm.
Sarah knocks out Kayla, who Gary informs her is his fiance.
Original.
Yeah, and out of the she knocks Kayla out of the ship too. That like basically releasing her from and other containment pods into a wormhole that was leading to Earth's temporal zone. But they fail to reach the wormhole themselves and fall towards another planet.
Yep.
And that's how the episode ends.
Typical Gary.
Yeah.
It's always doing weird things with his, I would say shenanigans, but they're more of like his screw ups.
Yep.
So yeah, about the continuity thing, I agree with you because I was watching the video earlier, and they said that I'm pretty sure we've seen Gary without his glasses on before. He still contained his human form, and then they showed a clip or a picture where they were all dressed up like the people, like Sarah was dressed up as Supergirl, Nate was Oliver, and then Gary was the Flash, and at first, I don't know what it was for, some episode that they were doing that, and he didn't have his glasses on, and then again, it was a pre-crisis, but then again, though, everything that they did, though, was pre-crisis, so why would that be the one thing that changed? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things that you just don't think about too much, and it'll be better.
I think it was just a mistake that they did. They didn't think about it, and they're like, oh, well, we're running with it now. Like, what are you gonna do about it, right? It's Legends. Can't complain. This is a show about pretty much anything they wanted to be about each season.
Yeah.
You got Bebo, a talking toy that somehow becomes a huge giant puggy bear that kills a time demon. Sure, go with it.
It's what you do.
So I think Bebo's going to come back at some point in the season too.
I'm sure.
Sure. I want to actually. I wish Bebo was real. Like, if they actually made a Bebo toy, I would buy it. Like,
I wonder if they do. We should look that up sometime.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
So, do you want me to read some trivia here from this episode, Matt?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In the trivia here, we've got Sarah Lance says to Spartacus that this is what you've talked about already, that it's stupid to be an Avenger and that she'd rather be a Preventer, which is an obvious jab at the Marvel Universe.
Right.
The following events, which occurred in earlier episodes within the shared multiverse, are mentioned. Alex Danvers and Sarah having a one-night stand in Crisis on Earth X, Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Rama Khan having destroyed the headquarters of the DEO. So those things were both mentioned.
Okay.
Gideon shows an unusual giddiness at the idea of dissecting Spooner's brain. Likely a side effect of her repurposing by Lachias to give orders through the Fate Watch in the last season.
Wow.
Ava's clipboard, when she was going through her task list, reads Scenario 601, Missing Legend. The number refers to the episode, Season 6, episode 1. Yeah. Until Sarah is released, until Sarah released the aliens into the temporal zone, things haven't been screwed up by the legends yet, akin to Season 1's ending. In real life, Spartacus was Thracian gladiator who led an army of slaves against the Roman Republic in the Third Servile War. Gary mentions that Sarah is the quintessential human. It is unknown why, but it likely does not have to do with her being a paragon. Otherwise, Ryan Choi and Lex Luthor would have been candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Ava Stepp's checklist on her clipboard include distribute binders, have John Constantine use magic, let any romances run their course. What is Astra's deal? Even bad leads might prove fruitful. Let Rory drink until he cooperates. The episode title is a reference to David Bowie's song Space Oddity. Obviously.
Yeah.
The true form of Marcasis is shown as one of the pictures in Gary's bedroom. Kayla may be similar to the Supergirl villain from Prom Night, where she may be a collector and preserver of species. Either that, or she is collecting warriors for some kind of battle game.
Yeah, that's what I think might be happening. I don't know.
Yeah, a memorial dedication at the beginning of the episode to Scott Carroll, who passed away in 2020, is shown at the conclusion of this episode, not at the beginning. Carroll worked in the sound department as a boom operator. I'm not sure if his death was related to COVID or not. Gary likely ensured Kayla kidnapped Spartacus after he served his place in time. Being trained by the Time Bureau would make him very cautious. So probably, made sure that it didn't disrupt the timeline.
Yeah.
John mentions that Aleister Crowley was a crackpot who believed in aliens. The events of this episode suggest he may have associated with them after all.
Oh yeah, Aleister Crowley, he was weird dude. I think he wrote his whole scripture basically was called like the Book of the Law or something like that. And I think he claimed that he was like channeling like spirits, and I think one of them was an alien spirit that taught him like the secrets of the Quran or something like that. Just all kinds of like mishmash, stuff or whatever. He died a heroin addict. Anyway,
he also helped to inspire L. Ron Hubbard to create Scientology.
Yeah. Oh, super racist as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Sarah is fighting the alien, she gives a kick and touches a panel which caused a bay door to open, which is similar to the Alien movie franchise in which Ripley uses a door to suck out the Queen Brood alien.
Yeah.
Gary is revealed to be an alien, obviously. Gary used to eat humans until going undercover in the Time Bureau, so...
Wow.
Gary. Yeah. When the team discusses what they know about aliens, Bayrod just says that they're green. Later in the episode, Gary Green turns out to have been an alien all along.
Yeah, it was Gary
all along.
Wow.
Okay, so that... Any final thoughts on this episode here, Matt?
No, not much. Just it was a good one, good start to a season. About the Paragon thing too. You mentioned that wouldn't have made any sense anyway because Gary appeared in season 3 of Legends, so they wouldn't have known. I mean, unless they went into the future and known that the events of Crisis already happened, but then wouldn't that then mean that they could have stopped the events of Crisis happening in the first place?
Yeah.
But
When you're dealing with
so-
time travel, it all gets funky, anyways. So
It does. It's
yeah.
kind of like, wait a minute, couldn't we just kill the anti-monitor in like 8,000 years ago or something? Or...
Exactly. I don't know. You want to take a break here, Matt, and then we'll come back
Yeah,
and talk
sure.
about episode 2?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back, folks, after this message.
What is Gen X? What is the silent generation? What do generations have in common? Hi, I'm Trish the Dish from the Gen X Voice podcast, and I invite you to listen to conversations I have with folks from different generations, backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences in an attempt to see what connects rather than divides us. Even though Gen X has been called slackers, Karens, or not mentioned at all in some cases, we are the bridge generation, so I feel compelled to do my part to destroy ageism by bringing all these voices together. And, as a bonus, each guest gets to answer some 80s questions at the end of each show. So download and listen to Gen X Voice today on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And let's see how much we have in common after all.
Hi, this is Catherine, host of a new fashion podcast, The Real Fashion School Dropout. Join me as I interview guests every week in the fashion and beauty space, and we gossip on all things fashion and beauty, and even get into some personal stories of their journey in the industry. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Hope to see you there.
And we are back.
There.
Hey, Matt,
What?
what's the Pope's favorite kind of cheese?
Swiss cheese.
Yes, do you know why?
Because they're holy.
Yep. Oh, that's so funny. Anyways,
Yep.
I'm just letting you know too. If you go to Walmart and buy cheese, they have a cheese called Fiesta cheese. But if you ever anywhere see Siesta cheese, don't buy it because it probably has like Ambien in it or something.
Little bits of Ambien shredded in the cheese.
Yes.
Why do they look blue? Who cares?
So those were my cheesy jokes. Anyways, I tell you the extra cheese pizza one that I wanted to, but it's a little too cheesy. Oh, I'm so funny looking. Anyways, so they back to the show here. So episode 2 of season 6 here is called Meet the Legends, and that's MEAT : the Legends.
Yeah.
It's directed by Rachel Talalay. Talallay.
Talali, maybe?
Yeah. I've never seen that last name before.
It might be Talali, I'm not sure.
Talale, maybe? Okay. Written by Matthew Mala and Morgan Faust. Sorry. Anyways, originally aired on May 9th, 2021. Okay, so in the last episode, we talked about how all these aliens were released into the Earth's temporal zone. So that basically, ends up making it so aliens are appearing throughout history.
Yeah.
So in this episode, the Legends tracked an alien to San Bernardino, California in 1955.
Interesting.
Yes.
San Bernardino, 1955.
Yes.
Hmm.
What's going on then?
I don't know. for some reason though, I'm like really craving like a hamburger right now with maybe some French fries or a chocolate shake. Maybe with like a little bit of flavoring, like not a real chocolate shake, but just like some powder stuff, you know.
That happens later. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, San Bernardino was the same area where the McDonald brothers started McDonald's. Before the death of this entire town, they have to go there to this place called Big Bang Burger, a popular burger joint run by Burt Beeman. Yeah, they go back there, and during the episode, Behrad is all excited because he used to work at a burger joint. You know, with like
the Burger Whisperer.
Yeah, he thinks he's the Burger Whisperer. Yes. So during this time where they go to this joint, we find out that there's like an alien that's basically going to kill the whole town, but they got to try to find this alien, and they're using Spooner to try to find the alien because she can basically find aliens.
Yeah, that's her thing.
That's her thing.
Yeah.
Mick, while this is going on, Mick learns from a police car radio about attacks at places with lots of meat. So obviously, burger joint has lots of meat, and there are cops coming to get me or something right now.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, is that the alien?
I just heard some cops outside. So if you hear those folks, I'm okay. I have not been arrested.
No.
And if I have,
why would you?
If I have, the best way to help is to go to our TeePublic or our Patreon and give us some money so we can post bail.
Yeah. Preferably like, I don't know, 5,000 maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Matt might have to go and bail me out.
Yeah.
So basically what ends up happening here, okay, so he finds out, Mick finds out from the car radio that there are attacks on all these places that have lots of meat. So Nate, Zari, and Behrad get jobs at the Big Bang Burger. I don't even like saying the words Big Bang. Okay, anyway, so
yeah.
No Sheldon reason. Anyways, so the no reason in Sheldon, and they get Zari, while they're there, keeps asking Behrad if she can use the air totem that basically creates, the powers of the Tarazi siblings. But Behrad, keeps claiming that the totem chose him, which it did.
Mm-hmm.
While this is going on, Sarah and Gary land on the home planet of a space lord. They chase a dog, and while there they find Amelia Earhart, who woke up there after disappearing. Yeah, so that's what happened to her. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Gary recognizes her based on, he has a deck of strong women playing cards. Yeah. Like everybody does, right?
Everyone does.
You've got one of those, right?
Somewhere around here. And
yeah.
They're next to my alien deck of cards, too. I think I lost those, too. So
I also have a weak men.
I got a weak men playing card Yeah, playing deck of cards. So this is Adolf Hitler,
Yep.
total weakling. I've got Tucker Carlson,
Yeah,
just a picture of like
Rush Limbaugh.
Sloppy Joe on that.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Just a picture of a cigar and a casket. Whoa, sorry.
Like
That guy-
Stalin and
yeah.
Dr. Phil. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we got and any of the people that have been subjects of episodes of Behind the Bastards, another good
Yeah.
podcast you should check out. Anyway, so the restaurant's secret sauce is it ends up causing people to go to berserk,
hmm
and they kind of figure out that the secret sauce is the alien.
Right.
So
Gross.
yeah, yeah, it really makes you want to rethink ever getting secret sauce on any of your burgers anywhere you go.
Right. Like, I don't like the phrase secret. I want to know what's in it.
Yeah. Really want to know. Speaking of of secret sauce and sauces and everything, I'm not going to give any commentary on how I feel about Chick-fil-A, but I just found something very interesting. I read an article the other day that said Chick-fil-A is limiting the number of sauce packets they or whatever packages you can get with your nuggets and all that stuff
Yeah.
because of a shortage on their sauces.
hmm
And just like a couple weeks ago, Walmart started selling the sauces in their store. So
Interesting.
I just find that interesting that they're selling them in grocery stores, and now they've become, like unavailable at the actual like restaurants.
This sounds made up to me. Like they don't really have a shortage. Like
Yeah, like I think what they're doing is like trying to get people to go buy them at the Walmart and whatnot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
that's just something interesting I noticed the other day when
Yep.
when I read that article, and then I realized that we had just started selling them at the Walmart I
I
work
mean,
at.
a
So-
right-wing Christian business is not acting in good faith. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that a conservative, religious-owned business isn't very fair-minded. Shocking. So shocking to me.
The thing that really sucks is their chicken is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
So
But,
it's a little
Popeyes is good, too.
It's a little overrated. But yeah, but my thing is though, pretty much almost all these corporate fucking companies are bullshit. So, but if any of
Yeah, I know.
but if any of them would like to sponsor our podcast,
Yeah. Except for Chick-fil-A.
yes, I'd be more than happy to talk to you. My email address is mike@cullenpark.com. Yes, I will say things like, I love this sandwich. And I'll also say things like, do you want to get something great to wash down that sandwich with? Well, you can buy this soda here. See, I can say things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to really like it. I mean, if you do, it's a bonus, I guess. 'Cause
Yes.
then you get like free food or like a, some special, savings
So,
of it or whatever.
so if you hear this, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes,
Popeyes, yeah.
KFC, Taco Bell, whoever.
Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah, Rallies. I like Rallies. I live right across the street from a Rallies, basically. I live
You
right
do,
across the street
yeah.
from a Taco Bell as well. So,
Mhm.
I will walk to your stores.
You've got all the food groups right where you live.
Yes, I
you got
do.
Taco Bell, and you got Rallies.
Yep, it can get, you can get all the food groups at any of those restaurants,
Oh, yeah.
especially Rallies. You could get, your milk with your milkshake. You
Yeah.
could get your meat with your burgers, and you get some like lettuce on the burger or something. Then you got your vegetables, and then you get your bread with the bun,
Right, there you go.
Yeah. Or like the cheese on the burger. There's some dairy too.
You got some dairy.
Yeah.
And then, it's foolproof system, really.
Uh-huh. So basically, if you get a cheeseburger, you're getting all the food groups you need.
Pretty much every single one.
Yes.
That's why people who eat burgers all the time are so healthy.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. So I do seriously hope one of these days we're going to get Pop-Tarts. I don't know what it is. For some reason, that's like been a goal of mine for a long time. I want, for whatever reason, I want Pop-Tarts to be a sponsor for our podcast. Like,
You know, you know what you should do? You should write Kellogg's and let them know.
I think I'm going to.
Yes.
Like, it's like to be honest, I mean, all cards on the table here. I've never been fully diagnosed. Like, I've never been officially diagnosed. I'm pretty sure I've got Asperger's. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm pretty sure I do. So, like, when I get something in my mind, for whatever reason, it sticks there, and like, whether it be a goal or a dream or something, it's there, and it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, but for me, it's like a fixture in my mind. So it's like Pop-Tarts. I need that to happen. I need Pop-Tarts to sponsor us for some reason, even though it's been like a year since I've actually had Pop-Tarts.
If they sponsor us, I will introduce every episode with, "Okay, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the latest episode of All Too Real 2, sponsored by Pop-Tarts."
Yeah, kind of like how the Dana Carvey show used to have the name of the product. Yeah, it's the Pop-Tarts, or the All Too Pop-Tarts.
We'll do a whole episode about the history of Pop-Tarts if you sponsor us, Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
Anyways, back to burgers.
Back to the meat.
Yeah.
Back to the meat of the
Episode.
story. Yeah.
Well, I will recommend one thing to Pop-Tarts. Don't ever make a cheeseburger flavored Pop-Tart. That probably wouldn't be good.
Don't. No.
Anyways, so like I said, the restaurant's secret sauce is causing people to go to berserk, and we find out that it's a secret recipe of Bert's wife, Rhonda, who wanted her family to outdo those two brothers, aka the McDonald brothers.
Yeah, those big people are.
Yeah. Spooner tries to convince Ava to let things go and that Sarah is just gone, and pursuing the aliens will only lead to more loss. While questioning Rhonda about the sauce, Ava finds a cocoon in her attic and learns that the sauce is this pus dripping from the cocoon.
Ugh.
Which that cocoon ends up hatching this moth-like alien that eats Rhonda.
Yeah, gross.
And then later Bert.
That was Bert's fault, though, being stupid.
Yeah.
He's sitting there trying to take it on with the fly swatter. I'm like, really, dude? You don't see how big that thing is?
It's what you do, though.
Yeah, I guess it's what you do.
It is a big moth. I mean...
Yeah.
So, because we learned basically that it started dripping and it dripped on some of Rhonda's food that she was feeding Bert one day, and he thought it was great and said that he needed to add it to his burgers to, basically that's how the Big Bang Burger became popular.
Right. It was only a week-long thing, too. Like, that's how long that was going on. Like, can you imagine your business only be popping for, like, a week? Like, but...
It happens.
Shit moves fast in the business world. That's why they're so stressed out. No, seriously, it's probably why they're so stressed out. Because to any normal person, a week, that's just a week. But to them, they're looking at the bottom line like 80 times a day, 100 times every single day, just staring at the numbers, like, stuff like that. So they're like, oh damn, I'm doing great. I got the secret sauce that everyone can't get enough of. I got a huge batch of it that my wife just keeps making for no particular reason. And I'm not going to ask questions, though, because I'm making lots of money. I'm making that bake. If anyone says that anymore, I'm not sure if they say that anymore. But maybe they did like 10 years ago.
Making a lot of lettuce, man. A lot of lettuce.
Yeah, a lot of lettuce. Some dough. By the way, so there's when I was like 14, 15 or something like that, there was a news story where a guy robbed a Little Caesars, I think, and he asked for all of their dough. They didn't know if he meant money or the pizza dough. So they asked him, and I still know how the story ended. I didn't read the whole article. But so I'm gonna leave you guys in suspense for that one.
My sister was once robbed at gunpoint at a Little Caesars.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm not even joking. That actually
That's
happened. She used to
terrible.
work at a Little Caesars, and it ended up being they were stupid. They put like nylons on their head to hide their face or whatever, like you do. But but they were former employees. They knew way too much, and my sister recognized their voices.
Oh God! Yeah, I want you to go to that corner.
Yeah.
Right there. You know the place where the tiles chipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Why do you know so much tile? I just intuition.
It was stupid.
Wow.
But anyways,
Yeah. Sorry.
that's okay. Back to the burgers.
Yeah, burgers. Yeah.
Back to the burgers. We basically Spooner ends up shooting the moth thing dead. Basically, we get back to the ship, and the Tarazis are fighting over the air totem.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to inside the totem, and the original Zari's in there. Zari Tomaz. And she splits the totem into two, so both Behrad and Zari can use them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then we find out on a news story that Sandy Sledge had taken, who was a waitress at the Big Bang Burger. She turns it into the very first Big Belly Burger.
Ah, Big Belly.
Which is a running running DC restaurant. So.
Yeah, particularly in the flat.
And then we find out we go back to that planet, and Amelia Earhart begins repeating sentences over and over again, like she's a broken record sort of thing. And then she ends up attacking Sarah and Gary, and turns into like this alien thing. And then they escape, only to be surrounded by these odd lights. And then that's how the episode ends.
That confused me about that, because she was saying you have to take me with you. So I wonder if that alien itself was like imprisoned there.
That's what I'm thinking.
To do that role, essentially, like lure the people in and whatever,
Yeah, she probably turns into something that any of them would recognize. Like no matter what planet you're from.
Like
yeah.
But too, what it reminded me of? The Golden Retriever reminded, like, I don't know if you remember this or not, but there was a movie called Watchers, or The Watchers. I think it was Stephen King wrote the books on it.
Huh.
And did you ever watch it? You ever see that movie, The Watchers?
No, I don't think so. Oh wait.
Okay,
The Watchers.
It's basically about like these like monstrous creatures, but there's like a golden retriever dog in those stories who kind of like, I guess you can kind of sense them and like lead people to safety if they follow him, that is. And it just kind of reminded me of that almost, like the dog was like leading them to the hut away from like the elements or whatever, but then again at the same time lured them into the hut. So not Pizza the Hut, but because no one out pizzas the hut. So
yes.
That's how you avoid the noise, by the way. You go inside the Pizza Hut and you have successfully avoided the noise. So
hold on one second. Yeah, The Watchers was written by Dean Koontz. I just looked it up. So, yeah. That's why I said hold on a second there. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, so that's cool.
yeah.
I'll have to look that up. Watch it, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, do you want to take another quick break here, Matt, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some trivia of this episode?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back, folks.
It's the ninja from the Ask Ang Ninja Show saying, come listen to the show. We got the Ninja Wife to give you your movie reviews. We got the Conscript to give you the Ninja News. And we got the Battle to talk about your sports. And as always, it is the Ask the Angry Ninja Show. So ask me a question, and we'll give you the ninja knowledge you need for your ninja life. Search for us anywhere you get your podcast from. Just search for the Ask the Angry Ninja Show and enjoy the show.
Okay, I hope you found your way back here, folks, and didn't get lost like Amelia Earhart. And, too soon?
Too soon.
Yeah, okay. Besides that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Anyways, so here's some trivia about this episode here, folks. The episode shares a similar title with the 5th season episode Meet the Legends, which is MEET.
Right.
The mentions of the brothers that run a rival hamburger restaurant to Big Bang Burger in San Bernardino is a reference to the McDonald's brothers, Richard and Maurice, who founded McDonald's. Mick understands police code, which isn't surprising due to his history with cops. My only issue with that is that police code is different in every city. But, yeah.
Maybe he's been a thief in multiple cities.
That's what I'm wondering. But when Sarah and Gary crash land and see a dog outside their ship, Gary says he's been fooled by cute dogs before, referencing the time that he accidentally adopted a hellhound off-screen in the Great British Fake Off episode, and Legend subsequently had to deal with the ramifications of this action in Ship Broken. The whole alien sauce plot is similar to the film The Stuff, which in that there's like an ice cream type thing that has a similar aspect to the secret sauce here in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Something the Legends lampshade. When Constantine made a spell in Norwegian, he said something in Norwegian that I'm not going to try to repronounce in Norwegian, which means intruder, let you know.
Mm.
Yeah. When Spooner shoots the alien and it fries on the sign, when it falls to the ground, part of the remaining sign says crispy bugs. Nate says that Doomsday is finally here. His character is Steel. In the comics, Steel was one of the Supermen that came together after Doomsday killed Kal-El. The aliens on Gary's home planet, we find out, eat their own. Zari's Dragon Ash supplement, which comes in a variety of types, including a sedative that knocks out the crazy meat-craving customers in this episode. I forgot about that part of the plot. Yeah. Amelia Earhart disappeared because she somehow ended up on another planet, possibly subverted. However, as the episode makes it unclear whether it's really Amelia or an alien disguised as her. The Legends inadvertently create Big Belly Burger in the aftermath of the alien invasion. Bert believed the Legends were undercover for the McDonald's brothers, who were the creators of the Speedy system, commonly known today as fast food. Spooner's attitude is comparable to the original Zari when she first joined the Legends. Many food historians consider the Horn and Hardnett Automat at Broadway and 13th Street in New York City the first fast food joint. It opened in 1912, serving its prepared foods behind small glass windows and coin-operated slots. Others consider the American company White Castle as the first fast food outlet. Both of them do predate the McDonald's, even though a lot of times McDonald's gets the credit. Big Belly Burger, originally Big Bang Burger, was first shown in Supergirl episode The Bottle. It's a Super Life, A Few Good Woman, and was mentioned in the Flash episode God Friended Me. and shown as a hallucination in All's Well That Ends Wells. Behrad likes using juice cleanses like Zari. The sound that the alien makes is similar to Godzilla's roar. Behrad also referred to the alien as Mothra, which has collaborated with Godzilla before. It actually bears a strong resemblance to the Mutos from Godzilla 2014 and Mothra from Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019. Zari 1.0 makes a brief appearance, creating a second air totem from the first one after growing tired of her successor and Behrad bickering over sharing it. At the end of the episode, the name of Big Bang Burger is changed to Big Belly Burger, which we've already mentioned is a huge successful burger chain in the DC universe. Basically, they're McDonald's. So, yeah. Any other thoughts on this episode, Matt?
No, not really. Pretty much summed it up right there. You know, with all the cool trivia and stuff like that. Like, I do like the fact that they pretty much created the Big Belly Burger.
Yeah.
But okay, so can you explain to me a little bit though about the alien? Like, what was the purpose exactly of like everyone eating the secret sauce? Like, how would that benefit the alien in any way? Like, to
how
feel
they all went crazy and basically became violent.
Okay.
And I think the basic end of it was that they was going to kill all the people.
Oh, they would just kill each other. Okay.
Yeah, and that
Gotcha.
and that, you know, and I think that the alien was like feeding on humans in the end.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah,
Gotcha.
because obviously it ate Bert and Rhonda.
So it wouldn't have to kill each individual person. It just have a whole body count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically
All right.
have a buffet right there for them.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's smart. He's clever.
Okay, so the next episode of the show, which will be airing at the end of this week, on Sunday, is called The X Factor, EX Factor. And it looks like the basic idea is that the team finds themselves in 2045, which is the Zari and Behrad's present, trying to defeat another alien threat. Of course, this is the legend, so obviously that means competing in a televised singing competition a la The Masked Singer. Which I love, by the way. I love that show.
Right.
Yeah. And then running into Zari 2.0's almost fiance, DJ S'mores Money.
That guy.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. So, any thoughts on that, Matt?
I'm really looking forward to that episode. I saw the trailer for it last week. Plus, too, I heard that The Rock is supposed to be president during that timeline. Yeah. Like, Dwayne Johnson, as himself, is playing the president in an episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
So he's actually going to be in it, or are they just going to show a clip of him or
I
something?
don't know, but he, the person, is going to be president, not a character. Like,
well, yeah, I get
you
that.
know
I was just making sure. I just wonder if they're.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be in the episode now.
I highly doubt he actually went up to Vancouver to film a scene or anything.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what that leads to, and if there's any other cool references to like some of these reality competition shows or anything. I'd love it if like Ken Jeong showed up or something, but
yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, but I doubt that either with all the COVID shit, you know. So we'll have to see. Any other thoughts here, Matt, before we wrap things up?
No, just have a good day and be a legend in your own life. If you will.
Be legendary, folks.
Be legend. Wait for it.
Dairy.
Like
cheese.
And eat meat. You know, like Behrad and Zari. I don't know.
So, anyways, make sure you go to our to like Apple Podcast and give us a 5-star review. Check out all2real2.com. Check out other shows that are on the Geek Collective, which we have just recently joined. Give them a like too on Facebook. Just do all the stuff that you do for podcasts, like share us,
Mm-hmm.
Check out our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Check out our TeePublic. You can get some cool shirts,
Yes.
and some cool other merchandise.
Merchandise. I'm just repeating what you're saying. Yes.
And
do it.
Matt is an awesome person.
I'm okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to repeat that. Anyways, so
Okay,
I was trying to
I'm
help
awesome.
your self-esteem here, Matt. I'm just trying to.
I am an awesome. Repeat it. I am an awesome person.
Okay.
I am an awesome person.
If I become a millionaire, I'll give Mike all my money.
If I become a millionaire, I give Mike some of my money.
Oh, okay. That works. That
Some of
works.
them.
Okay. So, anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. Tell your friends. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated.
Wear a condom.
Yeah, wear a condom. Watch out for that secret sauce.
Sorry.
That sounded really bad right after the condom thing. I know, folks. And that was not planned. But bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to All Too Real 2 podcast, a Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.